Hey, this is Cool Trains in Montreal, and I'm just showing off my new configuration here for my N-scale shelf layout. This is just basically 3 tracks that I've shown before in different videos, and DPM kits, basically kit bashed, and Heljan church here, and basically a little bridge that I scratch built pretty good. And here are some more DPM kits that I built into this oddly shaped warehouse building. So I'm just here to show off my newest train, finally. And this is my Via Rail F40PH-2 from Rapido Trains. And it's got the Concorde cars there with the basically the older paint scheme that these stainless steel cars, the XCP cars, and the HEP1 cars that Via has sourced from various railroads, in that paint scheme, basically to work with this locomotive. And this locomotive, to give you an example of this paint scheme here, this is the second generation of the yellow and blue. The first generation was a very much thinner pinstripe, and this one here, it has the Canada logo, a lot bigger flag, and the Canada, the branding of Canada there. And this was actually done as a result of the 1995 Quebec referendum, and there was actually some controversy about it. But I like this paint scheme a lot better than the original because of the larger flag and the more interesting graphics. So I liked this locomotive for that. And I also do like the Renaissance scheme, which is the green and silver that you see all the other locomotives in now. But this was the predecessor scheme. This was kind of an intermediate between the pinstripe and gray and small flag, and then the green and the Renaissance paint scheme that they came up with in the I think early 2000s, 2001, with the Renaissance cars arrival. So in a moment here, I'm going to also mention here this 8-40 CM. Yeah, it did have initially some issues with it, the rear truck, but once I got those issues resolved, this locomotive runs really good. It purrs like a kitten, man. So a lot like that one, this one also came with a bit of issues to it, and that was with the rear, the railings. So I'm visually impaired. I'm having trouble putting those railings on. I'm going to give a big plug to the Vermont and Essex hobby shop. The Vermont, it's Hobby Vermont and Essex, and they do repairs. This is a small hobby shop owned and patronized by that club, the Vermont and Essex Club. And if you've seen some of my videos, you know what a beautiful layout, 2 layouts basically that they have. I'm still waiting for an open house to come so I can do some more filming with that club. But just to say that they will do repairs, and their club boutique is only open 2 Saturdays a month. So you have to go to their Facebook page and check to see when that boutique is open if you want to bring something to them and have it looked at. But I would recommend that because since Hobby Junction is no longer around, I've looked around to see what other places in the Montreal area there are. And this one seems to be my best option considering that I'm living in the West Island. So let me check to see how this works. If it's not going to derail or anything, hopefully. And let's make sure that it's going the right direction. Okay, let's backwards. Let's do it forwards. There we go. So, smooth running. Pretty good. I can't complain. Yep. And I haven't really cleaned the track or anything either, too. I just kind of made sure this is on the track. And what's good about it is it does actually work with the existing Concorde couplers, which I was having some difficulty with the Cato locomotive. So obviously, if it doesn't work, obviously the couplers on the passenger cars would need to be changed to micro trains, and I might still do that. In fact, I probably will. But in the meantime, it's nice to know that the Concorde couplers will work with this locomotive. So in the meantime, I have a little train here that I can run on this layout. And I'm thinking of expanding this layout, in fact, because it's only 3 feet right now. And I'm a little bit limited as to space for a larger layout. So one of my options is to take another shelf and extend the 3 tracks. And part of what I would do with that is actually put my large Atlas hillside little station there with the long platform. So I'd have, you know, a little bit of a passenger station that I could actually pose my passenger trains with. And that would be kind of cool. Yeah, so anyways, I can say that I'm pretty happy with this locomotive now that it's fixed properly. That railing's not going to come out. It's properly placed. And it looks really good with these silver cars, and it's going to look, I hope, really well. Going to work really well with also the Rapido trains LRC cars that I have. So that'll be in another video. In the meantime, I'm just running this first to see how that worked. And I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm very happy with this locomotive now that everything is fixed with it. So if you like what I do, please subscribe to Cool Trains in Montreal, and have a good day.